You walk in, and your eyes land on the kitchen counter before you even exhale. Mail, keys, a half-open snack bag. You came for water, but your hand reaches anyway. Not because you're weak, because that flat surface is a behavioral router. It turns every pass-by into a tiny decision point. You tell yourself you'll just clear one thing. You pick up the mail, then notice crumbs, then open a drawer. Your brain keeps switching tracks in seconds. That's the leak. Attention gets left behind each time you pivot. By the time you sit down, focus feels thinner, and the counter is still calling. Then there's the snack. Visible food pulls your attention even when you're not hungry. And the closer it is, the easier the might as well bite becomes. A real field study showed people ate less candy when it was farther away or in an opaque container. Your counter is doing the opposite. It's making grazing feel like the default. Most people call this a clutter problem. It's not. It's a cue problem. The first counter you see sets the day's default behavior because your eyes and feet keep passing it. Visible food doesn't just sit there. It grabs attention and nudges eating, a cue reactivity effect discussed in NIH-linked research. Now add mixed-purpose stuff, and you're forced into constant tiny task switches. Those switches leave attention residue, shown in peer-reviewed work, so your next task starts with less focus. So the counter becomes a loop. Glance, reach, nibble, fix one thing, repeat. Here's the twist. The solution isn't more willpower. It's fewer open loops. We already know visibility and distance change what people eat. In a US field experiment, people ate less candy when it was farther away or kept in an opaque container. That's not a personality difference, that's design. In the next section, we'll patch the counter like a system. Change what's visible, change what's reachable, and the loop breaks. 60-second adjustment. Put every snack into one closed bin, right now. 24-hour experiment. Keep the first counter surface completely empty, except one tray for keys and mail. Start with the friction point. The counter is mixed purpose, so it has no rules. Mail sits next to snacks, so your brain keeps asking, what is this surface for? Every pass-by becomes a scan, because the first visible strip is also the closest strip. That scanning is the attention leak. You switch from get water to sort mail to wipe crumbs in under 10 seconds. Research in the Journal of Experimental Psychology. General shows task switching leaves attention residue that drags on the next task. So you walk away with less focus than you arrived with. Then the reward loop locks in. Visible food is not neutral. NIH-linked research describes how food cues capture attention and influence eating through cue reactivity. The counter keeps snacks in your line of sight and within arm's reach. A US field experiment found people ate less candy when it was farther away or kept in an opaque container. Your counter is the opposite condition. Clear container, zero distance, constant cue. The reward is tiny but reliable. A bite, a solved microtask, a cleared inch of space. Now the spatial patch. Build hard zones that change visibility and reach. One tray for incoming items, one closed snack bin, and one clear, no stuff strip that stays empty as a movement corridor. You're not getting organized. You're removing decision points from the path your eyes and hands already take. 60-second adjustment. Move every snack off the counter into an opaque bin, then place the bin one step away. 24-hour experiment. Keep the first counter strip completely empty, except a single tray for keys and mail. The misconception is simple. If I were disciplined, this counter wouldn't matter. The verified reality is harsher. Visible cues steer behavior before discipline even gets a vote. NIH-linked research describes how food cues capture attention and influence eating through cue reactivity. So a snack on the first counter becomes a standing invitation every time you walk past. 60-second adjustment, move all snacks off the counter into an opaque container. 24-hour experiment. Keep snacks out of sight and log every time you almost reached anyway. The misconception, clutter is just ugly, so the fix is a bigger cleanup. The reality, mixed-purpose clutter forces micro-decisions, and micro-decisions trigger task switching. Peer-reviewed work shows task switching leaves attention residue that drags down the next task. That's why you leave the counter and sit down already mentally split. 60-second adjustment. Put mail and keys into one tray and nothing else touches it. 24-hour experiment. If an item doesn't belong to that tray, it leaves the counter immediately. The misconception: snacking happens because you're hungry. The reality: visibility and reach change intake, even when hunger is unchanged. A US field experiment found people ate less candy when it was farther away or in an opaque container. Your counter keeps snacks visible and within arm's reach, so grazing becomes the low-friction default. 60-second adjustment. Place snacks one step away, behind a door, not on open display. 24-hour experiment. Keep a clear, no-stuff strip where you pass by and see how often the loop fails to start. Treat the first counter you see as a landing strip, not a workspace. If snacks stay visible, your attention will keep snapping to them the way NIH-linked cue reactivity research describes. If you keep switching tasks at that surface, attention residue follows you, as shown in Journal of Experimental Psychology, General. And if food stays close and see-through, you'll eat more, like the opaque and distance candy dish field experiment proved. So don't get organized. Change the cues, the reach, and the boundary. 60-second adjustment. Place one tray for keys and mail, then clear a 12-inch no-stuff strip. 24-hour experiment. Move all snacks into an opaque bin, one step away or behind a door, and count how often the auto reach never starts.